So let's take a look at this turntable. See what we can do here. Sorry, guess what I'm trying to secure? My microphone. Man, just horrible. And I can't use this cam. If you've noticed some of the videos, the audio is really harsh. It's because the microphone on this webcam is just really crappy. And I turned the sensitivity as down low as I could, and it still had that real kind of bite to it. So I moved to the lapel mic, and now I'm dealing with all the issues with this piece of shit. So, all right. I'm always fighting something. Okay, so to get this turntable out, I think if I remember right, there are two. There's one clip, and then we have the RCA connectors. And there. Whoa. Dang. They are in there tight. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. I have to check this out and see what's going on with that. Hopefully I didn't break it. I mean, all I did is turn it on the side. Piece of shit's probably broken. If it is, this video will never see the light of day. Sometimes you just can't win for losing, you know? Catastrophe avoided. That just popped right back into position. Very thankful for that. All right, let's see if we can remove this platter. No real good way to position this. Platter's held in position by something here. Huh. I'm not sure how to get this apart. You have to do a little bit of research on removing that. I don't know if this is a heat and grease issue or what the deal is with that. I would imagine I can remove. I have to remove that, I would think, to remove this. Oh, this is just like a rubber. Should be able to just slide this off, I think. Oh, that's interesting. Don't want to lose that. Now will it just slide off? Oh yeah. Okay, so platter's off. This has been greased. I don't remember if I worked on this one or not, but it looks like there's white grease. It's probably lithium grease, and I use lithium grease, so I'm not sure. I would love to be able to apply power to this without that platter in position to see what's making the noise, but before I do that, I want to look at the underside of this and see what's going on here. Oh, lots of grease. Lots of grease. Is this sticky grease? No, it's all soft. Yeah. So I think it's just all this grease is making this, it's gumming this mechanism up. I can feel it. So that's probably the cause of the slow start. So this is going to have to be disassembled and cleaned up. All the grease is going to have to be removed. I have to see if I can find a service manual on this. And I'll reapply some lithium grease. I have to, yeah, I don't know if I can even find a service manual on this thing. But that is what's going on with that, I believe. All right, so I'm curious. I'm going to throw this back in and see if I can identify what's... I'm going to see if it's making the noise without the platter on it, see if I can identify what's making the noise, what's loud. So let's apply some power. So it's not the motor. It's the idler. So that's where the noise is coming from. When this is pushed up against the platter, this idler's thumping really bad. What I have to do is pull that idler wheel off, see if it's flat. It probably has a flat spot on it. So I have to pull this off. Once I pull this out, I'll pull this idler off, give it a better look, see if I can identify what the cause of that it is, but I'm pretty sure it's probably got a flat spot. Time to pop this idler off and see what's going on with this. I can hear right there. Yep, there is a divot in the idler wheel. It's like a rough spot. So I'm not sure if I can do anything about that, but I'm going to pop this off carefully. I want to lube. I want to lube this anyway. There we go. Yep, right there you can almost, I don't know if you can see that or not, but right here is a, gosh, that thing is like hard plastic. I don't know if this should be rubber, right? That thing looks like plastic, feels like plastic to me. Man, that's weird. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of sandpaper, see if I can clean this up a little bit. There's a big gouge in this. See if I can maybe smooth that out a little bit, but I have no idea. So anyway, I'll kind of fire around with this for a couple minutes. There was like a, it was almost like a cut or a crack in that. It almost looked like, I don't know, something just cut in and then shaved some of it off. Now I know if this idler isn't totally round, it's going to cause some wow and flutter issues. I'm just curious right now. I don't even know if I could buy a replacement for this. I'm sure I can. This is like hard plastic is what it feels like to me. So I don't know if it's rubber that's just hardened over the years, or if it's actually plastic, but let's see if that quieted anything down. Yep, no more thump. Let's try it with the platter, because the platter is going to amplify any noise. Well, that's okay. I don't want you to go on here. You do what you want, platter. Oh my Lord. Oh, how I dislike these. And I love that it's another hot week. There we go. Well, this is getting stuck on the changer. If I get this thing back together, I'm not taking it apart again. Maybe I need to drop this like a record. Let's see. Love it. Love it. Love these old shitty turntables. They're awesome. And they're so easy to work with. So easy to work with. Alright, so what is going on with this is I think I've got to move the mechanism underneath to put this back on. So. All right, let me wrestle with this for a couple minutes. Turntable's back in. That idler wheel had like a crack in it, I guess is the only way. So there was like a gouge and then almost like a little lip. So I'm not sure what happened there. It feels like it's plastic. I don't know if it's just old rubber that's hardened over the years, but it feels like it's plastic. I sanded it down. I know it's not perfectly round now. I'm going to see if I can find another idler for this. I just want to know if that quieted the noise that this was making. So I'm going to grab a test record, not Paul Revere this time. My good old Beat to Hell K-Tel record that I use for a lot of these. And let's see if that helped us any. Okay, so it's still hitting that spot, but let's get it past that spot where I think that's hardened grease. It's still noisy. Oh, I don't have the RCA cables connected. Man, that is loud. I'm gonna have to do some checking to see if this is a rubber idler or plastic, because man, this thing just feels like it's plastic. So anyway, I'm gonna pull this back out. I'm gonna work on degreasing and re-greasing everything underneath, and kind of go from there. Let me cycle this first. You know, the problem is there's not much of a market for consoles, at least here. Come on, you can do it. Let's go. There you go. So on a console like this, an inexpensive console, you know, it always becomes a conversation. How much do you want to spend? I think I said this was the Zenith Y910, so I'll look up idler for Zenith Y910, see if I can find one. But we'll pick this up with me pulling this out of the unit and starting to clean the mechanism underneath. Well, you learn something new every day. I did some research overnight, and I found out that this Zenith turntable, at least what's badged as a Zenith turntable, was actually manufactured by Voice of Music in the mid to late 60s. The idler is indeed, it is made of rubber. The rubber has hardened to this plastic consistency, and it appears as though there are very few options, and it's almost impossible to kind of rejuvenate this rubber. So we're at kind of a decision point in terms of what to do with this turntable. Now luckily I did find a website, and I don't want to give the website name out because I don't know if I'm going to go with this option or whether or not, if I do go with the option, it actually works. But there's a website out there where they sell remanufactured idlers. So the process is I send this in, pay them $30, and they ship out the new idler wheel, or the remanufactured idler wheel. I've nothing but good reviews on Audio Karma for this particular company or this website, this individual. I may do that. However, now this will vary depending upon your area of the world, but console stereos in my area of the world, unless it's a really high-end one and it's in perfect condition, really aren't worth anything. Literally, you can give them away, and people do consistently on Craigslist, Facebook, right? Some of those sites where you can advertise goods for sale. Do I want to spend $30 on this console that I can probably sell for $25? I don't know. Could I retrofit maybe a better turntable? These are supposed to be decent turntables. But just like in my Nivico console, could I retrofit a dual or something in here to make it a little bit more appealing to someone who may want to pick it up? I don't know. I don't know which one would fit. I don't know how much fitting I would have to do to get another turntable to fit in this spot. So anyway, I'm going to have to chew on that and figure out what I want to do. So, and the problem is, I thought, oh, I'll just grab an idler off of some other turntable. Well, if you look at the kind of the shaft size on these, right? This is kind of the standard size that you can find on duals. I pulled this off of an old Zenith. This is rubber. This would have been great, but it doesn't fit, right? It doesn't fit. So I'm like stuck, right, with either getting a new idler or putting a new turntable in the console. And you won't know what I'm going to do until I release the next part of this video. So stay tuned to see where I landed and what I have decided to do with the turntable and or the Zenith console. So stay tuned. Hit like, hit subscribe. Another video should be coming soon.